What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out, guys. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like player strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, pitching outs, pitcher fantasy score, pitches thrown, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in. Get that free money offer. Start winning some money over here on Prizepicks. And if you are going to be very serious, I do offer premium content packages. You can check that out. Link below in the description. Patreon.com/KJK_DFS. I do offer DraftKings FanDuel, Underdog, Prizepicks, and you get access to all of the above as well as an exclusive VIP Discord, value hunting, all of my picks with the VIP member package if you're interested in that. And if you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. So, let's talk about it. I got 5 for you, a little game by game as we always do. And the first game I want to talk about is going to be the Chicago Cubs taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. And we're going to talk about Mr. Zack Wheeler. He is a favorite of mine. He's been a favorite of many throughout the season, and for good reason, because this guy's legit. He's got really, really good stuff, and he gets a great matchup today to take it on the Chicago Cubs squad. You're looking at Mr. Wheeler. We will be targeting his strikeouts today, and you look at his strikeout rates. He's got a 26.7% K overall with a 12.1% swinging strike rate, 26.7% K rate against righties, and a 26.7% K rate against lefties. So, really the definition of consistency across the board for Mr. Zack Wheeler, and the matchup's fantastic. He gets to take on a Chicago Cubs lineup that has a lot of strikeouts in it. Starting from the bottom up with the Cubs lineup as far as Morel, 30, 13, 27, 35, 10, 20, 21, 21. So a couple of low strikeout guys mixed in there in Nico Horner and Yan Gomes. But outside of that, a lot of strikeouts to be had throughout this entire lineup. So the Cubbies definitely a lineup to be targeting when it comes to strikeouts. And I definitely want to be targeting Mr. Zack Wheeler tonight. Then you're looking at the pitch count as far as his leash, how deep he'll go into ball games, how far they're going to let him go. 91, 97, 108, 104, 99. So lots of pitches, lots of strikeouts in the Cubs bats, and he's got really good K stuff to both sides across the board. So pick number 1, going to be rocking with the over 6.5 strikeouts here for Zack Wheeler. Pick number 2, we're going to be heading down to the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles, and we're going to be talking about another elite K guy, top K guy on the slate, and that's going to be Mr. Gerrit Cole. He comes in with a 32.9% K rate overall with a 14.4% swing strike rate. He's got a 28.7% K rate against righties and a 37.9% K rate against lefties, so it really ticks up against those lefties, but really, really good against both sides of the plate. Gets to take on a Baltimore Orioles lineup today that is less than stellar. They've made some improvements. They're definitely not as bad as they have been in years past, but they still only have a 3.31 implied total. And once again, Gerrit Cole just has such elite strikeout stuff. I expect him to rack him up in this one. And then starting with the Baltimore lineup from the bottom up, definitely some strikeouts to be had, especially at the bottom of this Orioles lineup. Starting from the bottom up with Mateo, 29, 23, 25, 18, 25, 17, 22, 15, and 13. So a couple of decently low strikeout guys at the top, but even them, they have their strikeouts in, as stated, Gerrit Cole can really strike out anyone with a 28.7% K rate to righties and a 37.9% against lefties. That 14.4% swing strike rate, that's tied for best on the slate. He's the full package, and then once again, he is a workhorse. He's going to throw lots of pitches. That is important. 103, 113, 94, 107, 106. You look at the strikeouts, 12 and 11 the last 2 times out. Has been crushing. I think he keeps it rolling in this matchup against the Baltimore Orioles today. So pick number 2, we will be rocking with the over 7.5 strikeouts here for Gerrit Cole. Pick number 2. Pick number 3. We're going to be headed down to the Colorado Rockies taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. So we have another really good K guy in Brandon Woodruff. We're going to talk about him, looking at his K stuff across the board. He has the second highest K rate on the slate with a 30.2% K rate overall, 13.9% swinging strike rate. He has a 20.3% K rate against lefties and a 40.7% K rate against lefties. So 20.3 against righties, 40.7% K rate against lefties. It really ticks up against lefties. So we actually prefer to target him against left-handed heavy lines if at all possible. The Rockies definitely aren't left-handed heavy, but they do have a few high strikeout lefties, and overall, they're just a team we like to target on the road. They do have decent strikeout stuff, and I kind of think Woodruff's K rate against righties is going to climb at some point in the season. I mean, he has a 13.9% swinging strike rate, a 30.2% K rate overall. I tend to think it's just a matter of time before that starts to creep up more towards the 25% K rate mark. It just kind of makes sense. Then you're looking at the Rockies lineup up and down as far as their K rates, starting from the bottom up, as we always do with Hilliard. 25, 22, 11, 26, 20, 24, 19, 14, 20. So plenty of strikeouts. A lot of guys with 20+% K rates. 2 high strikeout lefties in Ryan McMahon and Sam Hilliard. We just talked about his ability to strike out those lefties. So I think Woodruff gets the job done here. I like the over 6.5 strikeouts for him as pick number 3. After the letdown last night in Corbin Burns, I think Woodruff is able to get the job done here. And then lastly, as always, how deep is he going into these ball games? How many pitches is he throwing, etc. 112, 92, 94, last 3 times out after working his way back from injury. You look at the strikeouts, he had 10, 8, 9, only 4 last time out, but has hit the over in 3 of the last 4 times out that he's taken the bump. So definitely do like the over 6.5 strikeouts here for Brandon Woodruff, pick number 3. And then pick number 4, we're going to be heading down to the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Atlanta Braves. This is the game that we targeted last night. It's a game that I'm going to continue to target throughout the whole series, most likely, depending upon the pitching talent. We have 2 really good pitchers in this one. We'll kick things off with the away guy in Patrick Sandoval. You're looking at his numbers across the board. He does have some good K stuff as well. He's got a 24.2% K rate overall with a 12.7% swing strike rate, 23.7% K rate against righties, and a 26% K rate against lefties. Really, really solid. And really comes down to the matchup here. He gets to take on this Atlanta Braves team tonight. A little bit of a typo on the sheet here. That should be ATL, not STL. But he's against the Atlanta Braves. Really, really good stuff as far as the K upside, because the Braves have been striking out a ton, man. There's so many strikeouts in this lineup. Starting from the bottom up with this Atlanta Braves lineup with Michael Harris. 29, 20, 21, 25, 29, 28, 22, 23, and 24 as far as the strikeout rates are concerned. The Braves just breed strikeouts. We saw it last night with Ohtani. I said I think Ohtani strikes out 10+ easily. Now, obviously, Sandoval isn't quite the same talent as Ohtani, but I still think Sandoval probably strikes out, 6, 7, 8 guys pretty easily here. So, definitely will be rocking with the over 5.5 strikeouts here for him as pick number 4. And then lastly, once again, the pitch count. Does he go deep into the ball games? What's his pitch count looking like? That's always important. You look at what he's doing. 102, 95, 95, 95. You look at the strikeouts. 6, 9, 10, 3 last time against the Dodgers. That was a much tougher matchup than this one is going to be. So as far as the strikeout rates are concerned, like the over 5.5 strikeouts for Patrick Sandoval, pick number 4. And pick number 5, we're going to be running it right back on the other side. Kyle Wright. Same story, man. The Angels strike out so much. I mean, you look at these strikeout rates starting from the bottom up with Velasquez, 35, 21, 34, 27, 40, 32, 18, 26, 22. Mike Trout, the best hitter in this lineup, is now out of this lineup. You really can't ask for a much better spot here for Kyle Wright. Looking at his stuff as far as his pitch count, his strikeout rates, and all that stuff as well. Really, really fantastic. 103 last time out. Only went 84 and 71 the time before, but I think those were a bit of outliers. We're fresh off the All-Star break. He was up there 98, 91, 95. You look at the strikeouts as far as what he was putting up earlier in the season. Really just flashed a lot of high strikeout upside. He's had some games with some lower strikeouts, but Washington the last 2 times out, St. Louis, not exactly the highest of K teams. Atlanta, definitely a high strikeout team, as we just mentioned. And then you look at Kyle Wright stuff across the board. As far as how he fares in the strikeout rates, all that stuff, he has a pretty respectable walk rate with a 7.6% walk rate. Of course, if you could just attack these hitters, that's step 1 because they strike out so much. 23.9% K rate overall with a 24.5% K rate against righties and a 23.3% K rate against lefties. So, solid K stuff. He's got a high pitch count. He gets to take on an LA Angels squad that strikes out a ton. Definitely a recipe for success here. So, pick number 5. We'll be rocking with the over 6 strikeouts here for Kyle Wright. Hopefully, you got it at 5.5 before it bumped up, but hey, that always happens. Like I said, I always try to get these in before they bump with the content that I'm producing and stuff. Can't always get it out in time for it before the bump. But once again, similar to Sandoval, I don't really care. I expect him to easily get 6, and then I would expect he gets 7, 8, 9, 10 possibly. So pick number 5, going to be going with the over Kyle Wright strikeouts. And that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the MLB today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked out the premium content packages, check those out, link below in the description. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Wishing you all the best of luck on your MLB props today, and we will see you in the next one.